for Tuesday, August 18th. Today for your equipment, all you need is a kettlebell, running shoes, and if you're lucky enough to have a rower, if you're coming into class, you also have an option to row here, which would be fun. Then our warm-up, we have 2 rounds of the following exercises, 15 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, running clock. So we just continue to go through these 2 rounds. First one, 15 seconds of work, high knees, 15-second rest, and butt kickers, 15-second rest, toy soldiers. Again, you got it, 15 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, duck walks, just getting those ankles, rocking all the balls of the feet. Those heels don't want to lift too much as we rock there. Then we have broad jumps or squat jumps. So broad jumps or squat jumps, depending on how much room we got. And then a short push-up. Walking our hands out into a push-up plank. Rock 1, push-up, and then walk those hands back towards the feet. Okay, and then one more round, same thing. 15 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Then we're moving on to the next portion, continuing our warm-up. We have 2 rounds of a 200-meter jog. If you're just going to row here, you can do a 250-meter row. Then we got 8 glute bridges. So on our butts, drive for the heels, squeeze those glutes, tap right back down. After we finish those glute bridges, we have a hollow hold for 8 seconds. Random time, but we're keeping with the 8 theme. So low back presses down. You can extend the legs or go arms up, but don't let that low back move from that position. Okay. Then we have 8 push-ups. We already showed you that with the inchworms. And then kettlebell swings. So kettlebell swings, we're starting off in a deadlift. So hinge, bend the knees. We're doing a hard height to the hips, and then stand. So high on the hips, and then stand. So really, you're just going into almost an RDL, and then just standing up into a plank position. All right, more warming up. We're on to our dumbbell or kettlebell warm-up, either one that you're using here. So we have 2 rounds, going 6, 4, and then 2. We have alternating dumbbell snatches or kettlebell snatches. So remember, if you're doing the kettlebell here, you can also go from the top into a swing, and then switch, and then swing to the next snatch. Okay, then we have push press, 4 per side. So 4 on one side, then switch, 4 on the other side, and then sit-ups from the back. On that second round, if you did a little bit lighter weight than you're going to do in the workout, up that weight a little bit so that you're working weight so you have an idea how that's going to feel for the day. And to the next time now, finally, after all that good warm-up, we have a 36-minute cap, so this is a long one, just with that in mind already. We have a lot of distance to get through, depending on if we're doing running or rowing or a mix of both. How we're going to start off, we have a 1,500-meter row. If you're not rowing today, you can also do a mile, or you can start with a mile here and then end with a row at the end. We're really looking for about 8 minutes of work, okay? So if it's not quite a mile for your run, that's going to take 8 minutes. If we know we're about a 10-minute mile pace, we can cut that down to maybe 3/4 of a mile, okay? Or same thing with the row, cut that down by maybe 250 meters or more. After we finish that big cardio piece to start, we have 10 rounds of the following 4 exercises. So a lot of rounds, so we got to think about how long each run is going to take to get under that cap. We have 10 alternating dumbbell snatches, already did that. We have the push press, 10 this time on the right, 10 on the left, and then we finish off with those sit-ups. So we already did all those in the warm-up. With these snatches, we want to be able to do those unbroken. So if the weight is too heavy while we're alternating, we have to take a step back from it, then that weight is too heavy. Remember, we have a lot of cardio to get through, so we want these to continue to roll smooth. Then we have our push press. We want to be able to do all 10 in a row on one side, take a little breather, all 10 in a row on the other side. We don't want to break this up into too many more sets, or maybe 5 and 5, 5 on the right, then another 5 on the right. But really short rest. We don't want to be staring at the bells again in those sit-ups. Give us a little bit of time to breathe before we get back onto that bar work or bell work. Then we're running. So if we rode at the beginning, we're running at the end. We have a mile run. Same thing applies there. We're trying to get into that 8-minute mark. But if you have time under the cap, push it and finish that full distance. If you want to row at the end here and you want to run at the beginning, that's fine. Or same thing, you can row and run and run. Up to you on kind of what you want to push. Just 8 minutes of work is what we're looking for. All right, guys, good luck.